This is part 4 and the last part in my series on coming out head first in 2012. In the first video I talked about diving in head first, diving in with your intentions and your actions aligned into 2012. The second part I talked about claiming the power of your mind, incredible power. In the third part I talked about spacious mind and possibility thinking and not letting yourself get dragged down by the negativity that we're so often surrounded by. And in this fourth part, I want to talk about memory and transforming memories, which is a big part of coming out head first. Now, the irony of memory is that we're selective about our memory. So the irony is that we actually forget who we are, and in the process we remember only those, or most often those things which drag us back into our least authentic self. I want to offer you an analogy about this. I want you to think about the black box that they put in aeroplanes. Now, this black box is put there, it's actually an orange box, so that if a plane crashes they can easily find the box. But the box records all the last minutes in the plane, the words and the actions, and they record it so that if they find this box they can analyze what went wrong on the flight. Now, the incredible thing about the black box is that you only watch it if there's been a crash. No crash, then no one watches the black box. If there's been a crash, then people will watch it and repeat it and watch it again and again ad nauseum to try and analyze what went wrong. Now, very often we live our lives and use our memories like that black box. We spend so much of our energy and time analyzing the crashes of the past. And we keep those things in the forefront of our minds and we replay them, we repeat them. It's as if that's the only thing that's ever happened, is that our past is a complete misery and a complete list of failures. My encouragement in coming out head first in 2012 is to play that black box, but to play all of it. Play all of it, as much as you can remember, and keep it all in perspective. See, you can also play those times where you've had great achievements, where you've really surprised yourself with your strength, where you've gotten ahead in amazing ways, where you've made progress, where you've had momentum, where you have had challenges and you have overcome them. Play all those memories as well. Now, the irony is that we forget who we are and end up with all sorts of crashes going on in our mind. What's crashing is it's a clash between our intentions and our negative memories, the haunting memories, and they're crashing in our minds, stopping us from having possibility thinking. And it's ironic because we forget the essence of who we are, that which was always true. Now, this is an analogy I've used before, but I find it so meaningful that I want to use it again here. And that is from the Robert Ludlum novels and movies, the Bourne trilogy. Now, Jason Bourne is a spy who suffered amnesia, and there's one of the scenes in one of the movies where he's sitting in a cafe with a woman, and he's trying to explain to this woman how he knows all these things going on around, how he doesn't know how he knows it. So he says to the woman, "I can tell you that the waitress is left-handed. I can tell you that guy sitting up in the bar, he weighs about 215 pounds. I can tell you the license plate of every car outside this cafe. But I have no idea how I know those things." And then he says something which is very poignant. He says, "How can I know so much but not know who I am?" That is the essential problem for us in coming out head first, is we can know so much but not know who we are. Now, as well as the black box, you also have a spiritual black box. And your spiritual black box is the essence of who you are. It's your still small voice that gently guides you back to the essence of who you are. Now listen to that voice, because that voice will remind you of who you are. Bring back to the forefront of your mind who you are. And once you remember who you are, then you claim the power of your mind and you begin to expand your consciousness and you realize how great a person you are. Now, There's other voices that we hear in our minds. There's the voice of fear, and there's the voice of judgment. And these voices are like static, like when you don't quite have the radio on the right channel. They're like static, they're annoying. If you hear that still small voice within, and let it override the voice of fear and judgment, let that be the voice that you tune into more often. That will bring you back to the essence of who you are. And from that place, you can achieve anything that you put your mind to. So come out head first in 2012. You know who you are. You know what your mind is capable of. You remember the essence of who you are that can get you through any challenges. And in 2012, may your mind transcend limitations. May your consciousness expand in every direction. And may you remember yourself to be a greater person by far than you ever dreamed yourself to be.